When you think of power and performance in the PC world, nothing says it more than Intel's Core i7 processor. But the i7 has been around for a couple of years now, and the competition has had time to catch up. So can the i7 still justify its hefty price tag, or is there a better alternative for the modern day gamer? To start off, we're going to need a couple of machines, but first we're going to need an i7. And luckily, we have one, because what you see in front of you is not just any machine. This is my machine. One that I've come to love and cherish more than almost any other piece of tech I own. Under the hood, it's rocking a Core i7 4770 clocked at 3.4 GHz, paired with 16 GB of RAM, massive amounts of storage, and dual graphics. This baby doesn't skip a beat in almost any task I throw at it. I built this machine back in 2013, and besides the odd storage upgrade, it hasn't changed much. The contender, on the other hand, you may recognize. Predator appeared in my last video and shocked a lot of people with the power it was packing for $400. Today, however, we're here to look at the processor it's running, which is the AMD A10 7700K, also running at 3.4 GHz. So the stage is set. Both are quad-core chips, both are running at 3.4 GHz. However, the i7 costs $400 and the AMD A10 costs only $100. So let's see if the i7 can justify its price tag. To make the test fair, both machines will run the benchmarks twice. Once with the Sapphire Radeon HD 7950, and once with one of my Gigabyte GTX 760s. Both machines will also be running off a 7200 RPM drive and also only be running 8 GB of RAM. So sit back and enjoy the ride. Alright, so in gaming, there is hardly any difference in frame rate between each CPU. So for gaming then, the i7 doesn't seem to live up to the price tag. But people don't always get a PC purely for gaming like you do an Xbox One. Some, like myself, also use PCs for intensive tasks such as rendering for videos and animations. So how does the i7 fare in these tasks? To test this, we use Cinebench to test the CPU workload and render times, and this is where the i7 comes into its own. In Cinebench, the i7 pulled a score of 7.99 and finished the render in 50 seconds. Keep in mind that a workstation PC or a Mac Pro running with 8 cores or more gets a score of 10.2 or above. The A10, however, finally started to meet its match and only pulled a score of 3.51, half of what the i7 could manage and more than a minute slower in the overall render time. So you want to hear a conclusion to the topic, a pros and cons if you will. Well, here they are. The fact of the matter is, in many cases you won't see massive gains in gaming by jumping up to a Core i7 over another quad-core chip like an A10 7700K or even an i5 for that matter, but you will see great increases in high demand tasks such as rendering a video, and in an industry like film, time means money. One final thing before I leave you today. The i7 may not show its benefits today, but as time goes on, the i7 will hold its ground for a fair while, meaning if you invest in one today, chances are you won't need to upgrade anytime soon, at least for gaming. If you want to ask any questions, make sure to hit me up on Twitter, and look forward to this baby coming up in the next video. Well, that's all for now. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.